What's going on, guys? No guys here. Welcome back to another video. FIFA 20 ratings are released. See, now EA did this in a smart way. They said they're going to release ratings today, and they didn't lie to us. They did release ratings in a video format, and they revealed some leaks, I suppose you can say, within the video. And I think it was very smartly done. It creates a lot of interaction with the community. I think it's very smart they did this. But they're releasing the full leaks on Monday, 3 p.m. UK time. But thankfully, I actually recorded this video already on YouTube, but I had to cancel it because then I just remembered I completely forgot a key aspect of it. So they said they're going to release the video at 3. So I don't know wherever you are, but it will be released on Monday 3 p.m. UK time. That's UTC +1. In case you want to work out your own time. So that's when the ratings will get released, or should get released incrementally. But they did give us some sneak peeks. We can see a sneak peek over here of Sterling, 93 pace, 77 shooting. But within the video, it's actually really smart. So the key is, you want to watch video, go to here and click on playback speed, make it 0.25. As you can see, it's a picture of Kaka, inconspicuous on the hood, goes into a normal football store. Now, if you look around here, we can't really notice anything in particular. You can see that's the new FIFA 20 EA kit. I mean, if anyone's interested in that. I think it is anyway. Yeah, FIFA 20 kit. He goes into this underground basement. So the first thing we notice is you can see his icon card over here. But we'll see that they'll show us again later on. So don't worry, don't pause it now. I'll get back into that later on in the video. So he goes to the underground basement. He walks through, and then I think that's the guys from F2, right? If I'm not mistaken. Those freestylers. So we can see this is where a lot of this is where I had to re-record the video because I actually missed something. As you can see, there's nothing really on the show. It says, I think there's a string value. That's it, defined as Jesse Lingard, defined as a string. Nothing really there. So this is the first thing that we see is Lingard. Now this allegedly, how they made the ratings. Of course, this is not how they do it. But this is just, so as you can see, the first thing that we notice is Jesse Lingard. We can see his in-game stats. So this is what they released. So you can see his shooting is 78, and this incrementer just goes up to, so what I figured out, it goes up to 75 and then it stops. But his overall shooting is 78. These are his in-game stats. As you can see, his volleys are 73, 84 positioning, 77 finishing, 81 shot power, 78 long shots. I think that's actually really good. Don't forget, because his volleys and his penalties are 74, 73, that means his overall shooting goes down to 78. Ignore the 74 for now. So 78. And how I can prove that to you, if we fast forward this, as you can see, he's got 78 shooting over here. So that just shows his stats. So we go back to his leaked in-game stats. This increment over here is going up to 78. So don't worry about that. So he's actually got good finishing, good shot power, and actually good long shots. So I'll be honest, for his card, it's actually pretty decent. I won't lie. That's the first leak that we do see. And as we progress, no other leaks in the background that I can see. If I didn't miss anything else out, let me know. So I think, yeah, he's 72 rated in the end. But from here, I can't decipher what these says, but we can't see anything from that. Now the next player we get on to is Raheem Sterling. Now this is where things get interesting. So it says that pace assessment in progress. So they're just testing his speed. As you can see when he's running. The first leak that we find is, I think they release his pace. So here they show his rating. So that's the first thing we notice is he's got a rating of 88. It looks like 93 pace, 79 shots, 78 passing, 89 dribbling, 44 defending, 57 physical. But over here, this is where it gets interesting. Now on the top left corner, you can actually see the fastest players. I don't know if you can see over here. You can actually see the fastest players in FIFA. So I'm just going to zoom into this. Now, how am I actually going to do this? I don't know. If I bring this across like this, hang on one second. If I turn that off, so as you can see, if I zoom in over here, we can see the fastest player is. I don't even know if I can see that. I don't even know who the fastest player in the Premier League is. I genuinely don't know who that says. I think that's Adama Traore. I think Adama Traore is the first person. The second player looks like Leroy Sané. The third is then Aubameyang. The fourth is I don't even know what that even says. I think it looks like Saar. I think Mane is fifth. Daniel James 6th. St. Maximin 7th. Salah is 8th. Raheem Sterling is 9th. And I think Rashford is 10th. So now we can see that Adama Traore and Leroy Sané are joint too. So there's a lot of things that you actually need to pick out. It looks like, yeah, I don't know, but yeah. So that's the next thing that we see as we progress into the video. I think over here there's the speed guns. As you can see, 91 sprint speed, 96 acceleration. That's the next thing that we notice. So that's the next thing that we notice. So then nothing else over here. Not that I deciphered anything over here. Nothing over here. Now, see, this is where I think it's really smart they did this video. I think, obviously, as time goes on, people are noticing more and more things. And we can see that's João Felix. Just show him do some skills. Nothing else leaked here. So that's the first thing that we see is he's got. So it looks like he's got 80 shooting, I think. So don't forget, as with Jesse Lingard, this integer just goes up. That's just showing his stats going up. But it looks like he's got 80 dribbling, it looks like. And how we can check this is, so it looks like 80 dribbling. He's got 5-star skill moves. Obviously, he deserves 5-star skill moves. And I think we see a little leak over here. We see 82 agility at the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see that. At the bottom of the screen. Let me just remove the banner, I suppose. Probably 1 second. As you can see at the bottom, he's got 82 dribbling, and I think that appears to be 78 physical. 78 balance. I think we can just see the agility. So we know he's got 82 agility, and I'm presuming that is 78 balance. I'm presuming so. So his dribbling won't be feeling as amazing, if that makes sense. No other leaks here, but you can watch this clip anyway if you want to watch it without the low speed or anything. So any more leaks here? No, we can't say anything over here. Now, the first thing we see is here. I'm just gonna pause it. Jesse Lingard. Nothing to be deciphered over here. So now we're gonna pause. So next thing I want to see is João Felix's card. Nothing of it, but they'll show João Felix's card in a second, so don't worry about that. We see Vinicius Jr. We can see now Vinicius Jr. is 79 rated. I tried to decipher these stats. It's just too pixelated for me to see. And that's the Premier League pace leaderboard. Do you remember I showed you that some time ago? Yeah, I think that's it. We can't decipher that. And then we see the ratings. Now this is where, in real time, it happens so fast. So this is, let me just show you quickly in real time. So the key is you want to do this on YouTube. Don't do it on Twitter because Twitter is too fast. So you can see João Felix and Rio Ferdinand eyes. That's how fast it is. So I think it's really smart that EA did this really smartly because they know people are going to pause it. People are going to interact, share it with their friends. So I think, you know what? This is smart. So this is the first. I'll try to get the best screenshot I can for this one. I think that's the best we can do, right? Thank God for mechanical keyboard, right? That's the best we can do. Okay, as you can see, João Felix, 82 pace, 88 shooting, 74 passing, 81 dribbling. Another very good card. 5-star skill moves. I think this actually be a really good card, especially for a big. I know his pace is not the best, but I think for a cheap team, if you can get his base card, 5-star skills would be really good. Now, Haller, that's the guy that up with West Ham. I don't like his pace, 72 pace. In my opinion, 72 pace, 62 passing just makes his card redundant. There, Eden Hazard, now Real Madrid, of course. He hasn't got much of an upgrade. 91 pace, 83 shot, 86 passing, 94 dribbling, 35 defending, 66 physical. Not much of an upgrade, but he's in Real Madrid, so he's bound to get, at least 1 or 2 informs. So this is one to watch. And on the right hand side, we can see Luka Kovac, 77 passing, 82 shooting, 81 dribbling, 68 passing, 29 defending, 74 physical. Obviously, I think, with a Hunter, that will actually be a very good card when the game comes out. Not his one to watch, his base card. They're the same stats, obviously, but I think his base card will be a bit more cheaper. And the fact that he's got 5-star skill moves for the Premier League starter squad, he'll still be cheaper than Rodrigo, in my opinion. So I'll definitely go with someone like Jovic and put a Hunter on him. On the bottom left, we can see Thorgan Hazard. I think that Borussia Dortmund. 82 pace, 77 shooting, 80 passing, 85 dribbling, 47 defending, 64 physical. Another card, decent. I mean, obviously he's unfortunately in his brother's shadow, but still a decent card. I think even I suppose in Bundesliga, I suppose he adds to the right wing collection. I suppose you can say. Joelinton, another guy coming to Newcastle. Now the problem is 78 pace, 75 shooting, 81 physical, 76 dribbling. I think as a striker in the first week, he's not that bad. His base card, obviously his passing is shocking. This year, I think passing is a bit more important. So a lot of these players like Haller, Jovic, and Joelinton, they can be used in the first week, but beyond that, I don't think it's useful. Pepe, this is another interesting one. 83 rated, 91 pace, 81 shooting, 75 passing, 85 dribbling, 33 defending, and 67 physical. Another very good card. I won't use him because obviously he's got a three-star weak foot. I don't think they're going to improve that in any way or form. He's predominantly left-footed most of the time. He's a good card. It might cost about 30k. We don't know when a game comes out. And then Wan-Bissaka, 87 physical, 87 passing, 50 shooting, 63 passing, 78 dribbling, 80 defending. It looks like 72 physical. Let's see if we can try to get a better screenshot of that. I don't think we can we? Because then that pixel covers it. Then that's the best we can get. 72 physical, yeah. So not the best of cards, but obviously, he's a right back. I think he'll definitely get a one to watch. Anyway, in these clips, you can't really see anything at all in the next clips or so. We'll get onto that in a second. So here is just showing his cards. Jesse Lingard, we can see him a bit. Then they show Kaka. Now, this is the most important one. We know there was going to be one more icon left. It is Kaka. In my opinion, Kaka's prime was 05 to 2009. I think, in my opinion, Kaka is underrated in his card. Now, I know you guys are going to say Cruyff's 94 is Kaka really underrated. Well, Cruyff should be much higher in the first place. But secondly, I think Kaka minimum, in my opinion, should have 87 shooting. But don't forget, if he has, for example, let's say 70 volleys or 70 volleys, 70 penalties, his finishing could be in high 90s, his long shots could be high. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? So don't forget, same with passing. Even though his passing is only 88, let's say, for example, he has bad curve, or let's say, for example, he has bad free kick accuracy, that's all under passing. So his short pass might be 99, for example. I'm just saying, you don't know until the game comes out and then release the in-game stats. We also see a sneak peek of the strongest players in the game. Akinfenwa goes back to number 1. I don't even know who that is. Is that Wesley? I think it looks like he's second. Koulibaly 3rd. Romelu Lukaku 4th. Uche, I don't know who that is again, I'll be honest. 5th. Sule 6th. Olare 7th. Is it Petrasek? 8th. Marega, the guy that plays for Porto, 9th. And I think that's Sherry, right? 10th. So I know they released some of the strongest players. I think that's actually really interesting. And then we can see the final glimpse of João Felix's card. Not the full render, but they release it. I think it would have been a harder job making this video. There we go. 82 page. That's the final one. As I said, he's got 5-star skill moves. But anyway, that's the video. That's it dissected. I don't care. Yes, as you can see some of the comments, I think, you know what? This is extremely smart. I think marketing people will understand this. This is extremely smart how they did it and how they went about it. I think the fact that they get people to interact with each other, I think it's very smart. But if you want to watch the video, I'll link it in the video down below. But anyway, guys, thanks very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Take it easy, boys. Peace out. And by the way, this is the 5th time I recorded this video, by the way, because every time I watch the video, I notice something different each and every time. But anyway, boys, take it easy. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.